Greetings, welcome to week 4 of going through Mark's Gospel. Here we deal with fasting, Sabbath, and a certain amount of flexibility. I'll tell you what I mean by flexibility as we get onto it. Okay, so the first story is about fasting and indeed feasting, because Jesus's followers get in the neck that they are not behaving like good religious people and they're just fasting. That John the Baptist's followers are known for fasting, and Jesus's aren't. They're sort of feasting. They're sort of going to tax collectors and having a jolly good time. And Jesus' response to this is that fasting is very good. In fact, there's going to be a time for it. Fasting is metaphor for um, uh, being acutely aware of the all that is unsatisfactory in life, and were and are and will be a whole load of things that are unsatisfactory where it's a good idea to fast. However, it's also a good time to celebrate when things are wonderful, and Jesus being on earth is absolutely wonderful. We're seeing firsthand the kingdom of God, and therefore we need to do both. Before he gets on to the other example of the Sabbath, Jesus gives two metaphors about cloth and also wineskins, which, to begin with, have got a certain amount of flexibility in them, a certain amount of give. And if you have a piece of cloth that's got lots of give in it and you put it on an old garment, then when the flexible new bit of cloth sort of ages and sort of shrinks, then it's going to cause more problems in the old garment that you're trying to fix. Um, the wineskins is where you want flexibility, unlike the old garment with wine. When you initially pour uh, the grape juice into the wineskins, it ferments and it expands, and you actually want a certain amount of give, flexibility, in order to contain this wine. And I think Jesus is calling us to be flexible, like the new wineskin, uh, because here we've got an example about the Sabbath, where people say, you need to be very rigid and firm and sort of shrunk cloth, all about the Sabbath. And Jesus says, no, 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 you need a lot of flexibility. You should have read how David was very flexible about the Sabbath. And in terms of when he meets people that are sick, if they're sick, you're not going to wait till the following day to make them better. That we need to, and it's a bit like the rejoicing and the feasting, is that let's rejoice about somebody being made well and not wait until it's not the Sabbath to do that. So Jesus invites us to the kingdom of God, in which there's a certain amount of flexibility, so that as well as doing the fasting, we can do the feasting. As well as having rest, we can also do good. Bless you as you think about how all of this works, and have a good discussion.